And you have to find the culprit, you stupid girl. So what did the culprits do wrong? Then her voice becomes thick. Corners of her mouth curved down. She had a deer in some land, and now the criminal has to run away as if she was an animal herself. Whatever it is, leave me out of it. Okay, we know it's a girl at least now. She's not going to tell us because she's an asshole. Cultists of Lamshtu is hiding in a lodge. I have to find them. Demra stares at you for a moment and utters a hoarse chuckle. One of Lamshtu's own? That's quite a story you've spun, your grace. Next you tell me I'm holding River God down in the cellar. And what's your proof that I hide a cultist? There are footprints leading to your lodge. So what? We'll come to this lodge every day, both from the flatlands and the swamps. Your lodge is the only house in the neighborhood and, he lifts her chin, is it a bad thing to provide shelter for this ruler's lost? I wanna slap her. Several hours walk from your lodge is a shrine of Lamashtu. Baron, enough. The dwarf clasps her hands. Here in the Stonelands you can't swing a dead cat without hitting some goblin's nest. A cursed ruins, or a shrine of something, fool. I'm not going to argue with you, girl. Demra crosses her arms and lifts her chin. Do you let everyone into your house? Demra's face turns red. What are you hinting at? Huh? You guess she's so offensive. You guessed, Demra. Do you allow anyone who asks to spend the night here? Demra blinks several times, pondering your words. Of course, everyone. What else am I expected? I do. Pick who gets a warm spot near the fireplace and who gets left out in the rain. Let you in, and you're thugs. Though you've put a terror in my other guests. Excuse me? Who you calling a fuck? Demra's eyes Octavian falls silent and shrugs. You're a fair lass, sure. But who knows what thoughts you have in that pretty head of yours. She wants a whip. Just saying she likes to whip people. Do you remember when they came to your lodge at least? Closes her eyes, trying to recall. I went to check on my traps. Some people arrived when I was away. So I can't tell you for sure, your grace. People say you came last to the hall. Demra looks at you closely for a moment, then grunts, right. She speaks slowly, as if keeping her temper. I went out to the kitchen when this clumsy gal has knocked over some of our pots. What of it? How many people are there in the lodge now except you? Watch yourself. There are 3 of them, all sitting over there. Demra nods towards her guest. That one in the kitchen, guessing she's the servant to these 2 noble folk. They look to be carrying all the coin. I'd like to examine your room, Demra. Demra's hands tightens to fists, but she keeps them on her hips. She says nothing. Mary stares at you defiantly. Listen, okay? Listen. The sooner I cross you out of the suspect list, the sooner I will leave you alone. Do me a favor and give me your key, and all this will be over before you know it. Demra is silent for a moment, then nods and pulls an old, aged, darkened key from her belt. Your way then? Her eyes nose. But have a care. No digging through my undergarments, or have your hands on hooks, you hear?
Shall we move? We shall move.
Okay.
Time
okay.
becomes distance.
You're lucky. You're lucky. My fireball spell made me go there. All right, wolf. Sniffer. The kitchen servant is busy, grinding herbs with a mortar. She's wearing a dress soiled with dark stains, and her hair is knotted in a bun, with fierce grey hairs poking free. Self-check. The woman doesn't appear to notice you as she makes her way to the stove. You notice she's limping badly on her right leg. But you can speak. She turns, sees you, and freezes. It's her. Who are you? Name's Tsana. I cook for 10 nobles from Restov. She wipes her hands with her apron. What will it be? What can you tell me about your masters? They're not thrones. No quicker road to trouble. Talking about masters, that is. She glanced at you, clues in size. How would you like it if your servant were all a gossip about you? They all are, I bet. They pay regular, not sting you with their coin. They don't yell much. So I count myself fortune, I do. Why are they here, you think? None of my business. Might be they have things to do, but I wouldn't know. I meant I cook, and I serve when we're needed. Alright, that's enough about tandems. We are looking for criminal who may have fled this way. Have you seen anyone suspicious? What can be seen here, you say? Sanash snorts. Ask Demra, she runs the house, she does. Has anyone come into the kitchen recently? Only Demra came, she frowns. No doubt checking to see if I'm not palming the silvers, if there's anything worth stealing here. So there's that. There's not. Hostess of the lodge doesn't mind you cooking at her kitchen. As if she came here often herself, she throws up her hands. Filthy, piled in corners, this floor sandal deep in dirt. I had to work my fingers to bones to clean the kitchen before I could start a proper meal in this. She curls her lip. This cowshed. I need the key to your room. Room? She raises an eyebrow. I don't have a room except in the kitchen. That's a bench. Still warm enough though. What are you cooking, Tsana? She throws a glance at that dish for tomorrow. She hesitates. Tomorrow's midday meal it is. Peek into the stew pot. You take off the lid of the pan. Some balls inside. Looks strange and smells odd. You lean over, smell the stew. Immediately flinch. The acrid stink of vinegar feels like a punch in the face. Besides, you can smell some strange spice, which would be appropriate in a desert, but not on the first course for dinner. Alright, I won't trouble you any further. I have to go.
Step.
Sir. Alright, her or her? I tend to her now. What do they say about this? The woman in the kitchen, you cook? Cameron nods quickly. Yes, we just can't imagine our lives without Tsana. Una cocks delicately. I don't know. My constitution demands a unique diet. She studies you closely. A private matter, if you don't mind. I do mind. Okay. Odika, why are the bloodstained undergarments in your room? Where is that from? It takes a step back, her eyes wide with fear. I will explain. The woman lowers her head and rests her hands against her belly. I'm expecting a baby, but because of the journey, or all the worries, something must have gone wrong. It hurts. He closes her eyes tightly. They bleed. He starts sobbing. I tried to find out what's wrong, to heal myself, to appease the gods. The priest of Frost told me he couldn't help. The god has rejected my child, said it would be born dead. She has a seed inside her, doesn't she? But I can't just accept it. I can't give up this child. My husband's child. All I have left of him. Lika hides her face behind her hands and starts to weep. You realize you will get nothing more from her at the moment. Okay, so here's my theory. This girl here, she's the one who ran away. She is one of the cultists. She took the seeds, help from Lamashtu, and now a monster's bone is inside her. And she's the real one. She helped her, and I don't know why they're coming for her though. They were way too quick to accept that. To accept her as a cook and the like. So I assume she's the deal. I forgot her name. Shit. There's someone who seems especially suspicious to me. Who would you interrogate first? Kesson shots a glance at the dwarf at the counter. The hostess has been staring hate at us since we entered. Mind her. There's someone who seems especially suspicious to me. Abra Demrin, a lawyer from Tedrim's maid, Lika, a widow. Tsana, Tedrim's maid. On one hand, she could be the leader. After her husband died, the child seemed not, or I don't know. I don't know her background enough to judge. I say it's the maid. Caston raises his brow. You think so? Thinks for a moment, then nods. She wish, my baron, I will bring her. I think, Tsana, you know why I've brought you here. The kitchen servant casts a wary look at you and look at Caston, then you. I would? How? Do you jest, my lord? She gives a half smile, as if uncertain. How could I know that? Look at her. She looks so evil. How could I know what you're thinking? Doesn't shake his head. Enough. We know who you are. She won't have you. Tsana is silent for a moment, then straightens like a serpent, her eyes cold with contempt. Is that so? Her accent has vanished, the demon of a peasant shed like a clock. Then you know little of our faith indeed. The Great Mother is with me, Tsana voices through eyes. Prepare yourself for her. Or maybe she's not one of them. She's not attacking. Wait, what did you do to me? Stop! Stop! I surrender! I surrender! The priest of Lamashtu holds her hands over her bleeding wounds, moaning in pain. She raises the hem of her skirt and starts to wipe away the blood from her legs. Her right leg is covered with sores, oozing pus and yellow ichor. You and your minions unleashed a blight across my lands. Because of your monster overrun the barony, and honest people fear to leave their home. Priest of Lamashtu shakes her head and tries to look at her wounds, moaning. That's nonsense. I've heard the stories about what's happened in your barony, human, but I have nothing to do with this. The Great Mother rules the monsters of this world, but if you had truly earned her wrath, your lands would be drowning in blood. No, Baron, you must look elsewhere to place blame. Lamashtu and her followers have nothing to do with your trouble. Maybe she's right. Tell me who you are, quick now. I'm the priest of the cult of Lamashtu, the Great Mother, the ancestress of monsters. The priest struggles to raise her chin, her voice a hiss. I'm not from these lands. I came because of the pleas of your people, who seek the mercy of my goddess. I came to these lands in secret and hid my identity from everyone except for those initiated in the mysteries of Great Mother. Even the host of this lodge had no idea who I was. And those looking for divine benefaction found me on their own. And they are more than the followers of Erster would believe. Tell me about the cult of Lamashtu. We are numerous and we are strong. The tribe of Lamashtu followers grows every day, breeds, and spreads over the lands of Goloran in search of places to create new packs. What kind of ritual were you performing at the shrine? We prayed to Lamashtu. We asked for new offspring in the packs. We mated like wild animals, free of stupid projectors. Priest's lips curves in a grin. I will spare you the details, human. Feels like you are unable to accept the greatness of our ancient faith. So this is just like a big old orgy, huh? Just everyone boinking each other. And you merry bunch, Octavia giggles, waving her finger tauntingly at the priests. But you now, Callista's faith have a lot of fun too. Just without the risk of growing a pair of tentacles in the process. Don't you dare compare your frivolous goddess to ours, who's as old as the world itself. Your orgies are little more than entertainment for bored townsfolk. Ours are full of primordial wisdom. Okay. Valerie winces. Could we please skip the theological debate over which cult has better orgies? I wanna keep going. I'm not impressed by your attempts to wound my pride. The more